Hello everyone. This is my report over Independence, Kansas, or USD 446. Alright, so first off, let's talk about the demographics of kind of the racial makeup of the people living there. So out of the 9,483 people from the 2010 census, 84.2% were white, 6.5% were African American, 1.6% Native American, 0.9% Asian, 2.3% from other races, and 4.5% from two or more races. All right, and then the average income was 29,574 for a household, and then per capita it was 15,496 from the 2000 census. I could not find that data from the 2010 census, so this is what we went with. And as you can see here, it is down in the southeastern part of Kansas. Right, so a little bit about the community. This is just the start off. It was originally named for the Declaration of Independence. And it is in the humid subtropical climate in the heart of the Cross Timbers ecoregion of Kansas, which encompasses literally just that area of Kansas, like not much more. It was originally bought for $50 in 1869 as the Osage were being moved to Indian country in Oklahoma, so they just got a little bit of money for the land that they had anyways. It's been the county seat since 1870, and that was the original purpose, was they wanted to move there for it to be the county seat. And the newspaper is the Independence Daily Reporter. I don't have much information about that. That's just what that's what the newspaper is there. All right, so a little bit more about the community. They have a free zoo with Miss Able, one of the first monkeys in space, was born there. Their mini golf is $1, carousel is 5 cents, train is 25 cents in the Riverside Park, and that's Monkey Island here, this picture. And all of that was put into the only reason it is that cheap, in today's terms, was because it was put into law or put into policy that they would not change their prices because of Ralph Mitchell, which is Ralph Mitchell Zoo is what the name of the zoo is. In his trust, he listed expenses were to be paid with his trust money, and the ticket cost for each ride would not be changed from what it was then. That's a really cool historical local thing. And then Neowalla is the longest running annual festival in Kansas. It started on October 31st of 1919. It's Halloween backwards. It's supposed to combat pranks and preach family unity during Halloween. Okay, it has the Elk City Reservoir and State Park 5 miles north. So you can hop right up there. There's a lake, and it's really cool, especially because it's in the Cross Timbers region of Kansas. So it's warmer, and it also has a lot more trees. Okay, so Little House on the Prairie was also 13 miles southwest. There is a little replica house of what it would look like. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, a little bit more about the community. It's at the intersection of US 75 and US 160 highways, as you can see here. 160 and 75 right there. There's Little House on the Prairie. And then there's the Elk City Lake. It's also at the intersection of Union Pacific Railroad and South Kansas and Oklahoma Railroad. And that's really helpful. It has railways coming into town. And that's really helpful, especially early on, to try to get goods and merchants and people there. It was very helpful. And the Independence Municipal Airport is just outside of town. You can see it right here, right by the Big 75. The hospital shut down in 2015. It was a really sad thing. However, they have a new emergency room from Labette Health in Parsons, which Parsons is just north up here. And Independence EMS for emergencies, and there's 6 hospitals within 1 hour drive. But that kind of shows like rural Kansas is losing hospitals, and that's kind of dangerous for its people. Okay, so a little bit more on it's a very big baseball community. First usage of permanent outside lights for a baseball game. at least for a minor league or major league baseball game. So it was kind of the first night game of an accredited minor league, and it was April 17th of 1930. It was either it was the Independence Producers versus the House of David or Muskogee Chiefs. Varying reports are from very different areas. Muskogee is in Oklahoma. House of David was from Michigan, and that's pretty much a cult. Um, but but they had a minor league baseball team that they paid players to come play for them, so they would get money. It's kind of weird thing. Um, and there was a minor league team there from 1896 to 1952. The main nickname was Independence Yankees throughout. Was in the Yankee farm system officially in 47 through 50, and then it was with the Browns for 52, I believe, if I remember right. And Mickey Mantle played his first season in Independence there in 1949, and they won the league that year. Okay, so more about the schools. There is lots of schools there. There's the one high school, one middle school, and two public elementary schools. And then there's a special education that's public. And then there's several private schools here. There's a Lutheran, there's a Catholic school, and then there's just a Christian Bible school. And these are just pre-K through 8, but this one's pre-K through 12. That's pretty cool. Oh, and they break up their elementary school from 3 to 5 and pre-K to 2. Okay, so Independence Community College. It started in 1925 on the Country Club. Actually, was originally where it was located. Started as grades 13 and 15 for the Independence Public Schools. Moved into a new building in 1970. There's about 1,600 students there currently, and in-state tuition is $4,219, which, I mean, that's a pretty good deal. 35 degrees and 11 certifications that you can get there. And it was the focus of season 1 of Last Chance U. It's a really big thing. They have a very good, very, very good football program there, and they have for a while. So it was really cool to see them on there because, like, I know where that place is and stuff. Okay, so public school district. It has Title I status, and it's above average graduation rate, albeit just barely, but the gap got wider last year as opposed to the year before. And that may have just been like 1 or 2 more students, but that's a good sign. It's fully licensed and accredited, and as you can see here, it's doing pretty well throughout, like through the past few years. This is just 2013 to 2017 on this graph. But they're doing well in success rate, effective rate, and high school graduation rates, as opposed to the normal Kansas, the normal Kansas rates. This is pretty good. Okay, so IDA Independence Performance. This is Independence District, and this is the statewide target, what they wanted. And as you can see, it's a higher graduation rate, lower dropout rates, good participation in all of these. The math, reading, college and career readiness. They're also doing a higher percentage of what they're meeting the goals. There's a couple where they're not. Mainly appropriate behavior. I'm not sure what exactly went into those. But as you can see, it says no in just a few of these. However, they're doing a very, very good job throughout most of this. Okay, and their ACT scores. It was slightly below average for the past, since 2015 to 2019. And in 2019, it was the actual state average. It was 21.5 this past year. And I thought that was kind of cool. Like, it was literally, it was the same. And it should be getting higher, but this is pretty good because that means that it's not in the lower half of Kansas schools. All right, and then here is the National Assessment and Educational Progress report right here, and they're doing a pretty good job. This goes right along with normal Kansas schools, as you can see here, and then national. They're doing a pretty good job, so that's pretty cool. Alrighty, and here's my sources. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you liked it.